Welcome, my Sagittarius Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers. Welcome to your timeless true love timeline reading. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. I am a professional witch, a professional intuitive, the president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch and Spell Ingredients for a Professional Witch. Words of Grace has a Kindle version available, and there is a link in the description box that if you click it, you can preview a good chunk of it for free, including the table of contents, which you will see is primarily in chakra chapters. This is a chakra-dense reading, so you might find it helpful. Writing that book saved my life. The original version of Words of Grace, though, as well as the only place to find my book Spell Ingredients at the time of this recording, is on patreon.com/drawing the circle in our digital shop. We've got the ebooks there, we've got audios, we've got videos. The audios and videos have free previews. Anybody can shop, don't need to be a subscriber, but some of my subscribers get that digital content as part of their subscription package, but all of my subscribers get 3 benefits in common. The first one is a daily check-in. I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link pretty much every single morning. We chat about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a spiritual practice to send us on our way, and it's the wisest, most loving way for me to start the day, and I love it. It's one of my favorite things on earth, the daily check-ins. They also get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. All of my extended readings are timeless and relationship stuff based, path to true love, twin flame, soulmate, and all that jazz, as well as they get a significant discount when they book me for a private session. We'll talk about that at the end of the video if you want more info. You can follow for free. You can 7-day free trial. There's just so much cool stuff going on there, and if you are an artistic, creative type yourself, I highly recommend becoming a creator. Kind of saved my career at one point going over to patreon.com. So click the link, check it out. And if you feel so drawn, if you feel just even mildly curious, come Patreon on Patreon, because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. You could just call me Mal. Hey, my Sagittarius. Hope you are all well. Gonna do some explanation for the new Sagittarians and the crosswatchers, and we will get down into the divination. Feel free to jump ahead. Although the intention of this series has changed, we're still using the same usual cards, the usual suspects for this series, 8 cards in total, but my guides have been very, very clear to me in the past month or so, telling me that, yeah, everybody wants their true love match, the romantic sexual thing. I get it. It is the hardest soul contract to complete because they are the least unconditionally loving, if you think about it, right? They're really, really tricky. So they said to me, look, everybody has a true love match. Sometimes the true love match stays on the other side of the veil in the higher realms calling us forward, and sometimes they incarnate. Now, there's no way to know which that is at this point, as intuitive as we may be. However, they make it exceedingly, undeniably clear that every relationship in our life helps us make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions, truth, love, but choice by choice, authenticity, and all of that stuff. And that's what prepares us for our true love matches to be with us one way or the other. For the true love that conquers all, the true love that heals all wounds, and the true love that breaks all curses, ancestral, societal, past life, and otherwise, right? For happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser lives, but it's in our relationships. The path of true love, lots of links in the description box, my own as well as other videos about all this stuff. Well, the path of true love is our hero's journey, our healing journey, our spiritual awakening path through our relationships, where, let's face it, that's where our lessons are most primarily presented to us. So what we're going to do is we're going to get 3 Daughters of the Moon Tarot for the heart, third eye, crown chakras, the internal feminine energy with the Daughters of the Moon. Those will be face down, past, present, and future. Then we will get for the lower 3 chakras from the Mythic Tarot, the relationships in the physical world, lower 3 chakras, looking at yourself from the outside, you from the outside, looking at people, places, and things, relationships in the physical world. And because of crosswatcher readings, there's often a lot of mirroring that goes on, so these will also be face down, then we'll turn them past, then present, then future. That 6, our 7th card, will be from the Whispers of Love Oracle by Angelo that I adore. This deck has been consecrated for years now in service to the voices of the higher selves of all involved. That includes the Sagittarius, the Crosswatcher, and anybody else involved. It's all one anyway, but you know, you play along as best you can, and we will end with a Matt Kahn healing mantra to give you something to focus on, right? And look, I write down all of these readings, not just because I gotta, you know, remember what they are and put them on in the title and stuff like that, but I write down my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs and work those mantras like a paragraph of power. So this is all about healing, because the more loving, wise, empowering choices that we make within our lives, the more we shift to a more golden, true love timeline instead of a leaded, fearful timeline. And we anchor that in, yes, maybe we are calling in our true love match, right? Great, wonderful. I am very clear with my guides. If he's on the other side, that's fine. I'll meet him eventually. But if he's essential to what I came here to do in my life, I want to fulfill my contracts. I want to leave it on the dance floor, so I may not have to reincarnate into this level of the illusion of separation ever again. There are other places to go, by the way, just saying. So I guess that's the explanation. Let's get down into the divination. I am doing this on a Sunday right before the total eclipse tomorrow, so let's just see how this goes. But I did my prayer, my meditation, my breath work. I put on the makeup, I did my hair, I set the camera and everything, so let's see how this goes, shall we? Here we go, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will, and I promise I will do anything I can to help anybody shift to a more golden, truly loving timeline, and taking everybody else along with us except those that of their own free will decide not to. That's a lot. Please take a nice deep breath. Whew, that was a lot. Here we go. Still point. My goddess's override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. My beloved goddesses, 3 cards in clarity, please. 3 cards face down, past, present, future, simple timeline for the Sagittarius Collective and their cross-watchers in the True Love timeline. Where have they been? Where are they now? Point of power is always in the present moment. Thank you. And where are they headed if they just do their best to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions in this timeless True Love timeline read? Let's get these 3 mythic tarot on the table. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My God's override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. My beloved gods, please, 3 cards in clarity, face down, past, present, future, simple timeline for the Sagittarius Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers. What's going on? Lower 3 chakras, outside in, inside out, relationships in the physical world for the Saggis and the cross-watchers. Like, where have they been? Where you been? Where are they now? Point of power is always in the present moment. And where are they headed if they just do their best, right? To make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions in their relationship in this timeless True Love timeline read. Let's see where you've been. All right, not bad. Now we're starting off with a court card. So before I go into this, when it's there are zodiacal correspondences in the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. So for example, you got the Maiden of Cups, the Pisces card, immutable water. So if you have any planets in Pisces, have a look at your natal chart. If you're dealing with somebody who might, again, with cross-watcher reads, where it gets a little complicated, see what's going on there. However, everybody has Pisces somewhere in their chart, even if there is no planet there on a Pisces moon. Virgo Sun, Pisces moon, born on a full moon. But look at what house it's in, right? Like, I have it in the 8th house, which is, the Scorpio energy, and that's why I'm an empath and a mystic and all of that, right? So even if you have no planets there, just go look at your chart. So, this is shifting emotion, right? This is feeling maybe two ways about things, but also a very, very intuitive and empathic sign for surezies. 12th house dynamic, 12th sign of the zodiac, the collective unconscious, and of course that part of it that is the personal subconscious that then connects us into the deeper depths of the ocean, if you will, waxing and waning, ebbing and flowing. And with the Two of Pentacles here, a choice had to be made here, a balance had to be struck. Now, twos are usually about choices, but not usually life-changing decisions. Minor arcana for me are things that happen, right? Oh, that's a thing. Oh yeah, that's a thing, right? So a choice had to be made here, but it would make sense. You might have felt both ways about it. Now, the extremes of that are love and fear, right? So in a true love read, that does make sense. That, you didn't know exactly what to do there, but you did strike a balance in that moment. Now, let's see what happened in terms of where you are now. Another court card. Okay, here we got the Libra card. Oh, by the way, the Maiden of Cups, Pisces, would be the Knight of Cups. Here we have the Libra card, Skadi, the goddess of the north wind, technically a giant in Norse mythology, and that would be the King of Swords, cardinal or creative air, and certainly 7th house dynamic, 7th sign, 7th house, relationships, partnerships, balance, and justice, and all that kind of stuff. Again, same as with the Pisces thing, even if you have no planet. I have Venus and Libra in Pisces, so, I could relate to that to an extent. But, if we're going to give a chakra here, this is heart chakra, right? Emotion. This is air, so it might not just be third eye, it might be throat too, like the choices that you make and the communications that you have. And lower 3 chakras here, 10 of Wands, something completed. Whatever choice was made here, it brought you to the end of the cycle of fire with the 10 of Wands. Now, this is Jason of Jason and the Argonauts. He has retrieved the Golden Fleece, completed the quest, but the ship, the Argo, hence the Argonauts, Jason and the Argonauts, it crashes, but they do get home. They do fulfill the mission. So yeah, of course, 10 of Wands has been seen as a card of burden and burnout and stuff like that, but really it's the completion of the cycle of fire. So whatever started here, let's say the Ace of Wands, that might have happened before this Two of Pentacles, has now brought itself to a completion now. And with the Libra card on the inside, that doesn't feel horrible, right? It might be, it's like, oh, this worked out really, really well, really, really balanced, but also with new creative opportunities. Cardinal means creative, right? So cardinal air, Libra, is that creative mind, that creative thinking. So this is good. This don't feel bad. Let's see where you're headed. Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. You got the Six of Flames, Bastet. I have a whole circle cast called the Bast Cast. I call upon the goddess Bast to place around me, circle cast. This is a very, very fun card. The keyword written on the card is play. Now, Six of Wands in traditional tarot is visibility, right? And victory. And this might very well be so. But heart, third eye, crown, fire is usually throat chakra, willpower, choices, and decisions, right? Spit, swallow, or chew. You spit it out. No, this is what I'm doing. And you do it, right? Sometimes it's like, oh, no, you do it right now, and you swallow it for a while. It'll come back up. It usually does. Burp. And then there's chew. It's like, oh, I gotta chew on that. So this choice that was made here brings you from the 10 of Wands, and then almost near immediately where you're headed, brings you to the Six of Flames, a real sense of harmony and balance. Sixes are always about harmony numerologically, but now your one and only major arcana card is the Chariot, Aries, with the light horse and the dark horse. That's why I got a light horse up there and a dark horse up there, right? The Chariot very much an emotional card, usually considered the Cancer card, and it's not like Aries did not have his passions and his emotions. Oh yeah, the god of war. But this is about fast movement forward, but with Bastet on the inner and Aries on the outer. That sounds like a fun, fiery ride there for you. It honestly does, because Aries is Mars, is the element of fire, etc., etc., etc. However, the light horse and the dark horse represent the inspiration and the motivation. So perfect example, right? Moving here from Long Island to Saratoga Springs, it's something that I was very inspired to do. The right house showed itself, but then there was everything I had to do to get here, right? And just set it all up, and it's still ongoing. I've only been here since October. This is now April. So, you know, it is, how do you do that? It's like, oh, I want to make this happen. Oh my God, what do I have to do? The carrot and the stick, right? One calling us forward and one kind of pushing us from behind. So I'm going to say, pay attention to your lower 3 chakras in the future, moving forward. Like this 10 of Wands, yes, if it's a time of rest, I've completed that. It seems like there is a new venture coming here, or at least something in a relationship where you grab the reins and you say, all right, let's do this, right? It's what I want, it's what I'm inspired to do, but man, this might not be easy, because when is it ever in relationships, right? So this is good. I mean, a lot of fire, which is good. Well, you got 2 fire cards, 1 water card, 1 earth card, and so you got fire, earth, right? Fire, earth, no air. That's what's missing from this. Otherwise, you've got water and spirit. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. The chakras are on the table. Let's ask the higher selves just a little clue, a little tip, a little hint here to help you navigate this wisely and well. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, still point. Higher selves override. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the whisper of love, the piece of information, inspiration, and insight needed by the Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers to help them navigate the true love timeline, making the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions they can to the best of their ability for this timeless true love timeline reading. Actions speak loudly. Now, pay attention to your lower 3 chakras. Your root chakra will tell you fight or flight, right? Stand your ground or get the fuck out of there. I have I'm an earth sign, right? So of course I've got that. Like, imagine it this way, right? Like, you're in your house and someone next door drops a bowling ball on the floor, right? You feel it, right? So pay attention to that. 2nd chakra, one-on-one relationships will tell you if it's a yes or a no. Everybody's got their own unique intuitive voices for each chakra. Oh, seriously, Caroline Mace, MYS, has the PhD, just anatomy of the spirit, and then move on from there. It'll go, it's like somebody flirts with you. Sometimes it's like, and sometimes it's like, hi, right? And you can make yes or no. You can get yes or no answers intuitively, but it's not a head thing, it's a gut thing. And of course, the solar plexus will tell you when you are about to violate your honor code, your boundaries, or if it's somebody else who's doing it, trying to invade yours, usually you'll feel it 2nd chakra. But that's where we store our honor code, and that has massive effects on our cell tissue when we do something against it. And, you know, that's part of the journey. I mean, who nails it every single time? So actions speak loudly. Express your love through your actions. And that I can see on this table. Coming from a choice, that was just a choice, right? Completing something here with the 10 of Wands, but then saying, all right, let's put this into action. I mean, Aries is a god of action. Ruled by the planet Mars. I mean, just look at the symbol for Mars. Turn your head and cough. Shall we? Last card down. Matt Kahn, Healing Mantra, the voices of the higher selves of all involved. Let's see what they gotta say. Whoopsie. They didn't say whoopsie, that was me. Please take a nice deep breath. Channeling. Never take yourself too seriously. Works better. Ascended Masters override. A place for everything, and everything in its place, put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters, one card in clarity, please, for the Sagittarians and their cross-watchers. What is the perfect and precise healing mantra to help them make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions in the true love timeline with this Pisces 2 of Pentacles in the past, the Libra 10 of Wands in the future, and the Bastet, the play card with the Chariot ahead of them, for this timeless, true love timeline reading. Invoking self-realization. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. When you focus on your breath, you're in the present moment, because you can't do it in the past or the future. I'm sorry, as videos go, that's the past and that's the future, ain't it? So each breath work, highly recommend breath work. I do Wim Hof breath, WIMHOF. Google it. So many videos. I love him. I feel like I saw somebody comment on one of his videos that he felt like he was learning Buddhism from a Viking. I'd love to meet him. I just don't want to swim in ice cold water. I'll do the breath work though, because I don't have to leave my house for that. Invoking self-realization here. Just going to read this quickly from the bookie book, because I know all the mantras. I just don't know every single word of this, nor should I, right? Inspiring others, invoking self-realization. In other words, not even waiting for anybody else to realize, invoking that within yourself. Here we go. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. Self-realization is a spontaneous remembrance of your interconnection to all that is. There is only one energy field, darling. It's called the unified field, the divine, whatever you want to call it. You are willing to embrace your individuality as a unique expression of source in physical form. We all are, but do we realize that? And look at the meaning of the word realization. It's the action of making something real. Like, have you made it real for yourself? By aligning with breath, you see that while you appear to be a person, appear only to be a person, it is the universe that breathes everything into existence. And that's why, in my experience, reincarnationally or whatever, we exhale in this life, we leave the body, and we inhale in the next world right next, right? There's no break. Watch them NDE videos. YouTube has been pelting me with them. They all essentially say the same thing too. This mantra is ideal. I just nose snorted. This mantra is ideal for reducing stress, managing pain, and relaxing the nervous system. And what does the Sagittarius like to do more than relax the nervous system and have fun, so that they can show their love, express their love through their actions. This is lovely. I mean, this could easily be a romantic read, particularly with that Libra vibe there. I know it's not all about romance, but Libra is ruled by Venus, Aphrodite, sweet and flighty, hanging out in a see-through nightie, and with Aries, her lover, right on the table there too. This could be that, but you know, fire signs. I love you all, but you know, ease up on that bow and arrow. So, if you're new to my channel, we always end these readings with what we call a blessimation. It's a word we came up with over on Patreon, and it stuck. I'm doing it more and more for my clients too. And though I never know what's going to happen, once I hit record for these readings, I really have no idea what's going to happen next in the blessimation, because for me it is a total surrender to the divine to send blessings out into the world. And that's why I'm still on YouTube. Please take a nice deep breath. Here we go. Still point. Pantheonic override. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine on behalf of the Sagittarius collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. May they be blessed with everything that they need to navigate the true love timeline of their lifetimes, making the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions, becoming the true love that we are all at core, because they are coming from a place of maybe feeling a couple of different ways, really sensitive. Yeah, I love hate, love, fear, love, about some choice that was made here in a relationship. And I would say Two of Pentacles, it's probably a one-on-one relationship, second chakra, umbilical cord, vibrino there, which brought them to where they are now. Perhaps there is some balance, some self-love going on here with that cardinal air of Libra, Skadi, the ice giantess there. Definitely a third eye and throat chakra vibe, because they have completed something. Some desire has fully manifest, some seed of fire, an ace of wands has become the 10, and they might be a little tired. That could be there too. Oh, got it done, right? Allowing them that time to reflect inwards and create with the mind and the choices that they make, bringing them to the play, to the enjoyment, to the fun, to the healing of this, not just finding their balance, but becoming the balance and harmony of the element of fire as they charge ahead, channeling their inspiration in alignment with their motivation here in the true love timeline, allowing their actions to speak loudly, expressing their love through their actions while they keep an eye on their breath, invoking self-realization, because each breath confirms how awake they already are. And may they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve. For the true love that conquers all. For the true love that heals all wounds. For the true love that breaks all curses, ancestral, societal, and reincarnational. Shifting them into the golden true love timeline of their lifetimes, taking everybody else with them who is willing to go along. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So would it be. So it is. It was good. You know, I just learned something today, something even though I knew it. You know, Bette Midler is a Sagittarius. She saved my life once. She does not know that. But it was at this concert, and I wear this for the Sagittarius all the time. It's Detour from 1983. This shirt is older than most of the people I know at this point in my life. I was there. I was like, what, 13, 14 years old or something like that, yeah. So I just found that interesting. And I'm like, all right, she's a Sagittarius. So if you found this reading helpful, even if it lifted you up a little bit, hit the thumbs up, the like button. It helps other Saggies and cross-watchers find it. You got to admit, it's an inspiring read here. You want more of me here on YouTube? Please do subscribe. Why not? I'm not stopping. Like I said, I'm really enjoying this, and it allows me to do blessings. Putting out to the world, not even monetized on YouTube. It's just like, let me do this. Here's an outline, and it's what the divine has told me to do, so I'm going to stick with it. But if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal, absolutely go check out the menu on Patreon. There's a link in the description box. I even made a video for the last time I added new tiers to the subscription thingy hoo-ha-doo-dah over there. The daily check-ins are really one of my favorite things to do. If I miss a day, I know I miss a day. Like, I can feel it. It's not quite the same, but sometimes schedules are schedules. They get all the extended readings. They get the extensive discount. We'll talk about that in a minute if you want to hang for that. You can follow us for free. You can 7-day free trial. We now even have group chats that we can do. They just keep giving us cool stuff. We're even on Patreon. We're even, on Spotify via Patreon, which is cool. I never thought I would actually have content on Patreon. I keep getting confused on Spotify, Patreon, Spotify, Patreon. But I'm having a field day there, and I think you might too. So click the link, check it out, and come Patreon on Patreon. Because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. But you can just call me Mal. And never take yourself too seriously. And I've never really hung out with a Sagittarius that took themselves too seriously, right? Except maybe, if they were Capricorn with a Sagittarius moon or something, then, you do you. But this is a really, really good read. Oh, and if you want to book me for a private session, a spiritual counseling, or a reading, there's a video that I made last year when I was living on Long Island before I knew I was moving here for the 25th anniversary of my company, Drawing the Circle Productions Incorporated, and that video is called Booking Private Sessions with Mal. I have to redo it, but we're going to keep it up because it makes my mom Tom laughed. That's enough reason to keep it going live forevermore. But for example, now that I'm in Saratoga Springs, I'm available for readings at the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs on Fila Street if you are local, but you call them directly. I have days set aside. They book you. They tell me you are booked. I come in and then I read you. Usually you want to give about 24 hours notice though, because what I do is I finish dinner, then I come back here and do more of this stuff, right? And clients. I also have an office in my home downstairs now, right? But I gotta get to know the people a little bit before I have them over, and that just makes sense. But the majority of the readings and the spiritual counselings I do are absolutely on video. So I do it with a Zoom recording. So I send the client a link. They come into the Zoom with me. We record the whole thing so they don't gotta memorize or take notes or anything like that. They get to see the cards at the table. It is a literal conversation. At the end of the reading, I send them a link. They download the entire recording. They tell me they recorded it, and then I delete it because confidentiality is an ethical essential for doing this work. So I don't want it once it's done. Let them have it. They can share it wherever they want. That's good. That's free will right there. But the most important thing that I say in that video, booking private sessions with Mal, is I've never turned anybody away because of lack of finances. Where there's a witch, there's a way. I am a witch. I've been doing this for a very, very long time, so of course we'll make a way. But also live and let live, fairly take and fairly give, right? Even if it's pay it forward, then that conversation is had, so we're all going into it with clear integrity and authenticity, because that's how I roll. Why? Because I would like to meet my true love match either in this lifetime or afterwards, in the cosmic green room, take off the makeup and the costume. Oh, there you are where you've been all this time. Oh, in the timeless, got it, great. Right, so I'm just going to leave it on the dance floor to the best of my ability either way, because we are true love. And Saggies, you guys can really gallop ahead with that if you want. So I love this reading for you, and I love Sagittarians, really. It is rare that I do not get along with the Sag. I am Leo rising, so there's usually a triny vibe there. So hang in there, you got this. Notch your arrows and set them on fire and go forth into the world. And particularly as you hit that Chariot card, that should be a lot of fun. So hang in there. I believe in you, and I love you. Truly, truly, truly I do. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.